What is up, y'all? And welcome back to episode 25 of That's No Moon Pod. Got a lot of weird things going on in the world, like always. Um, by the way, I got this new mic I'm trying out for the first time this episode. If it sounds better in your opinion, let me know in the comments. I'm trying to get this thing up and popping, but slowly and steady wins the race. So I'm upgrading the mic, see how this one goes, see if I like it or not. It's like a Bluetooth wireless type. I was using like a regular Rode mic, but the Rode mic I was using is like specific for camera, like for the iPhone things to record. You set it on top for like a tripod. So it's not really for speaking into directly like how I've been doing. But yeah, hopefully this sounds a little bit better. But like I said, a lot of things going on, but there's a couple of things that I specifically wanted to get into in this week's episode. Um First off, Jedi Survivor right off the bat. I haven't beat the game yet, but uh I bought it when it dropped and I was able to play it over the weekend a little bit, and I've been playing it these past couple of days. And I'd say I put in at least 6 hours worth of just me playing it straight, and I'm still on the second planet that you get to. No spoilers. I'm not trying to spoil it because I'm still staying away from spoilers myself. So, uh, I'm really enjoying the game overall. The graphics are sick. The story so far is so cool. And I haven't even touched the surface, I feel like, but just the way the gameplay is and the fighting with the lightsabers, how you could just switch from dual bladed to just like a single lightsaber to just like a Darth Maul style. It's just the endless amount of upgrades and just things that they've done from the last game is it's really impressive. I haven't ran into too many bugs, thankfully, with the gameplay. There's just been some things with some like a loading screen here and there, but I'm pretty sure there was an update yesterday, or while you're watching this, it probably already came out. So hopefully they fix whatever has been going on with the game with some other people. But I'm loving it. Uh, just feels good to have a good but fun Star Wars game again just to play. And this game is so huge compared to the last one. It just feels like it's um, not fully open world, I would say, but it's getting there. It's getting close to where I think we could be one day soon in the future with like a Hogwarts Legacy type, but Star Wars video game. And I think this is a good competitor with Hogwarts Legacy. But I mean, depending on if you're a Harry Potter nut or Star Wars fan, just um, I'm already liking Jedi Survivor just because Star Wars is my main, and yeah, I just can't wait to progress and see where the story goes from here. But that's not really the main thing I wanted to talk about this week. Oh, by the way, follow me on Twitch at Admire My Moonsault. I've been live streaming my gameplays on there every time I play. I haven't even like this the Monday night, Tuesday night, and probably later on tonight as well. Which I'm recording this on Wednesday, and we'll probably drop this tonight, actually Wednesday night. So if you happen to listen to this tonight on Wednesday, follow me on Twitch at Admire My Moonsault. I just been doing my thing, live streaming over there with Jedi Survivor. So just go give me a follow, and and yeah, The main thing I kind of wanted this episode to be about was, if you listen to last week's pod, I talked about how James Fox, who is a filmmaker, he's a UFO investigator, if you will, I guess. But he was on Joe Rogan's podcast last week, and he had been on there before in the past promoting some other UFO documentary that he had coming out at the time. And this time he has a new one that's centered around basically the Roswell of Brazil. And it's this like little town in Brazil where a UFO supposedly crashed, and there was bodies of little beings, um, and supposedly a military personnel picked up one of the injured creatures from the crash, just picked them up and put them in a truck, and they were trying to rush this creature to a hospital, and certain hospitals wouldn't take it because it supposedly smelled really bad, and it was just obviously pretty crazy to be looking at if all this is true. They have images all over the town of the creature, just like statues everywhere. They have a statue of a UFO. It's like a big deal in this small town in Brazil. And James Fox made a documentary covering this whole story. And if you watch the documentary, that military guy who was carrying the alien later on got real sick and died sometime after all this had happened. And he was like a younger guy in the military, healthy, and later on, supposedly, I guess from coming into contact with this creature, it had some kind of effect on him and with his health, and it killed him. And it's just like the craziest story you've probably never even heard of. I think everyone in the world knows about Roswell, obviously, and I fully believe that the Roswell was a cover up of a craft of some sorts. Um, the bodies, there's tales of the bodies as well at Roswell, and um, kind of similar type stories where the military swoops in, and they kind of take whatever's left of the wreckage and wipe clean of the evidence of whatever's there, and then ship it off to the US somewhere. And after that, everything goes cold, just complete silence after that, acting like it never happened. um so if you haven't heard of this story, definitely go check out that documentary by James Fox. And the whole story's crazy if you want to just get tripped out and if you're into that type of deal. But he was on JRE, like I said last week, to promote that documentary. But one of the things that I took away that I thought was the biggest thing that he had said during this whole conversation with Joe, um, he had said that supposedly he knows of someone who has video of two guys or friends from the 90s that took a trip to Area 51 and kind of were doing the whole tour thing after the Bob Lazar craze was going on around the time. And you could go and stop at the Black Mailbox or whatever, and all the little diners or hotels, bars that are Area 51 alien themed. And that's what they were doing in their truck, driving around the whole area where the base is. And supposedly these friends were in their truck, and they had a video camera at the time, camcorder, and a UFO. This is what James Fox describes on the podcast of what of what actually happens inside of this video. And he says the guys are in the truck parked near the base by Area 51 in the desert, and you see a light start appearing from above them, just kind of like silhouetting their truck as they're recording. And it's kind of moving and hovering above them. The light's kind of going back and forth, kind of like a lamp, I guess, kind of dangling from the ceiling, if you will. And it's like an orange, yellow, goldish type color, but just real bright. And it's shaped like a disc, and it's kind of just hovering over these guys' truck. And one of the guys gets out and records it, and it's just kind of there in the sky doing its thing, hovering, moving at weird, just doing weird maneuvers in the sky. But just right there, they said you could throw a rock at it and hit it, like not that high up in the sky. And supposedly the guy, he says something about the batteries or whatever, and the camera dies, and that's kind of where the video goes black. And Joe was a little skeptical, which I would be too if someone were to tell me that just right off the bat. But James Fox, I think, has pretty good credibility and sources, and I don't think he likes to BS when it comes to certain individuals that he's interviewed and trusts as a source or a witness. I think he's as genuine as it comes to guys in this field when it comes to trying to find out what's real and what's not, just trying to find the truth. And after he describes the video to Joe, he says that this guy named Chuck Clark has this video, but he's never released it and never will, supposedly. And not only that, right? Because James, I believe, even said himself that he's tried to get a hold of this video himself, and I think offered a certain amount of money. I think he said like 30 grand or something for just this video alone. And he also said all this when he went on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive, I think a little over a year ago now, maybe a year ago. Um, and this is kind of where everything got really interesting to me, because he told this story on Logan Paul's podcast way back when. And I remember hearing him tell this back then and listening to this story. I was like, damn, that does sound crazy, but it does sound a little too crazy, right? You know, just like some movie type TV show deal on X Files or something, like a deleted scene or something from the show. But after hearing him tell it again on JRE and him bringing up Logan Paul, supposedly Logan Paul found the guy who has this video and found out where he is and pulled up on him with $100,000 cash and offered the cash for this video. And the guy just straight up denies the cash, which, I mean, if I'm this guy and Logan Paul, this freaking rich white boy in these Mercedes trucks or whatever, just pull up randomly, find me, and like, hey, here's this money, show me this, or give me the UFO video, I'll trade you. I'd be a little skeptical and be like, nah, I don't know what the hell's going on here, like, leave me alone type deal. But then after he denies the video for the cash, Logan Paul is like, well, at least show me the video, let me see it. And this guy supposedly shows Logan Paul the video. He's not going to give him the video, but he'll show him the video right there on the spot. And supposedly Logan Paul had a camera inside of like a button that he was wearing, or he had some kind of hidden camera on him at the time. So he recorded this supposed video of a UFO hovering around these guys' truck near Area 51 in the 1990s. And it's the same video that James Fox was describing on JRE and on Logan Paul's podcast. And supposedly, I'm saying supposedly a lot because this sounds like the weirdest thing that you could probably think of, right? Because, of course, Logan Paul would be the one out of all people in the world, just like how Tom DeLonge, Blink 182 frontman, is behind all this secret UFO investigative, things behind the scenes with US Congress and just people in the government with Lou Elizondo and all these guys, just who would have think that Logan Paul might possibly have the greatest UFO footage to ever exist. And he has the power that if he thinks this video is legit, he could release it and just open the floodgates to this whole conspiracy or phenomena. But I don't know if I don't know what to believe after hearing this whole story because, like I said, if Logan Paul has this video that he secretly recorded from this dude, he's going to try to build it up as much as possible. Probably come out with some kind of teaser video saying, I've got the greatest UFO video ever in history, something, something, and I'm going to release it on this date, blah, blah, blah. So get ready because I'm about to drop the most UFO crazy video in history, and I'm about to just spill the beans, and here's the truth. We are not alone. Just some crazy hyped up video to get his YouTube and all his socials, booming at the time, which he should do probably because if I was him, I would do the same thing probably. Um, I don't necessarily have an opinion on Logan Paul as a person. Um, I don't really care for him too much, but I find that he obviously knows what he's doing when it comes to the whole social media game. And like I said, if he has the video, then he has all the power right now. I'm pretty sure he's not worried about getting sued because he just was about to give this random dude 100K cash on the spot for this video that could have just been a fake video after he watches it when he gets home. But I don't think he's worried about anything like that. I'm hearing maybe the guy might release the video now himself instead of Logan Paul to kind of be the one to, if the video is legit and the footage is legit, kind of take Logan Paul's shine away from him and kind of make him look like just more of a scuzzard, for recording secretly. But I mean, like I said, who knows, right? If all this is real. If the video is real, the footage on it is real. But damn, I want to see it. And I think we all want to see it. And supposedly James Fox said, there I go again, supposedly again. James Fox says that the video is supposed to get released. And I don't know when exactly. He didn't say when either, and he probably doesn't know either. But that is something to definitely keep an eye out when it comes to this whole crazy world of the UFOs and what's really going on out there in our world and in our universe. It's a crazy thing. and it never stops, and I don't think it ever will stop either. But yeah, definitely if you haven't checked out that episode with James Fox on Joe Rogan, definitely go check it out. Um, keep an eye out with this Logan Paul guy, man, because I don't know what he's gonna do. It's only been a week since James Fox was on JRE, so it's still pretty fresh. Like I said, he's gonna do the most with it, and he's gonna make sure that if he decides to put out this video, he's gonna get the most bang for his buck because that's what he's about. But hopefully, the other guy who actually owns the video releases it because I don't want to see no hidden camera button footage because people are just gonna say it's fake. So let's see the real video from the actual guy. That way, if Logan Paul drops it, right away everyone's just gonna say it's fake. They're just gonna right away Logan Paul UFO is fake. The footage is not HD. It's not 4K. You know what I mean? It's fake. So I mean, I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of crazy UFO footage on Twitter, Instagram lately. This year alone, since 2023 has started, I've seen some crazy videos on the internet of UFOs or orbs or metallic spheres and just the whole thing with the China spy balloons or whatever that were shot down and how it's completely quiet now and no one ever brings it up because they all try to make it seem like they were all just Chinese spy balloons when I'm pretty sure most of them were not actual Chinese spy balloons and they haven't actually come out and fully say what they were exactly, why we were deciding to shoot them down. Were they really just some school projects from colleges nearby or what? Just some secret program from a contract company somewhere? Where's the debris? Like, show us some pics, you know what I mean? But nothing. It's just complete silent because everyone's just saying, oh, they're just Chinese spy balloons, right? But we all know what's really going on. That's not what those things were that our aircraft shot down. You think they can't tell the difference between some college project, some school project up in the sky? That's not what these fighter pilots describe. How come they're not coming out and saying what it was? They're not allowed to? They were told not to? No, they just don't want to. They don't want the clout. They don't want to be Commander Fravor or Ryan Graves or Chris Lato. Shout out Chris Lato. Um, I don't know, just a lot of weird things like this just continue to happen this year, and I feel like it's just gonna keep going, and hopefully these videos that Logan Paul recorded or that this Chuck Clark guy has comes out sooner rather than later and kind of just let people decide on their own. Hey, do you think this is real? Is this footage legit? I want to decide for myself. But yeah, honestly, that was kind of the main thing I really wanted to get into this episode. Um, let me know what y'all think because this is easily one of the weirdest, wildest stories that I've heard this year so far. And I think it's intriguing and hopefully things come to fruition. But yeah, I guess that'll be all for this episode. Those were the main things I really wanted to get into. Um, Star Wars Visions season 2 comes out tomorrow while I'm recording this, so next week I'll probably give my review after I watch all those on Disney Plus, which I'm stoked on. But Definitely Jedi Survivor got me in the Star Wars mood still. May the 4th is coming up, so if you're listening to this in the near future, may the 4th be with you always. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitch at Admire My Moonsault. Follow me on my Instagram at Admire My Moonsault. I'm posting comic books on there with variant covers. I'm gonna start posting a little bit more clips from gaming on there too. I just uploaded a reel the other day. Nothing crazy, just some little cool clips that I find or capture while playing. But I'm dropping comics on my Instagram every day almost. So if you're into comics or you want to start getting into comics but don't really know where to start off with, um, I got you. I drop whatever's coming out every week from the new ones. I buy and I read the ones that I find most interesting or the ones I've been following. Marvel, DC, um, Ninja Turtles, just all kinds of different things on there. And it's one of the things that I like doing besides coming on here and hopping on the pod is reading comic books and uploading the variant covers of the artwork and just people that tell these cool stories that um, I find interesting and hopefully and maybe you do as well. So follow me on IG, follow me on Twitch. Um, and yeah, like I said, thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's week. Y'all stay safe, and I'll catch y'all on the flip. Peace.